Hey guys, welcome to Blog United. Welcome to another video. And today, Argentina have lost against Colombia by 2-0. And well, this was a difficult game to watch. Basically, I was watching a game where everyone else was cheering for Colombia and I was the only one cheering for Argentina. So you can imagine how annoying it was. But you know, on the respect of the game, it was alright. Like, Argentina didn't completely stink. I thought that they were gonna be much worse than what I saw. I thought that Argentina in lines was alright. Colombia deserved the win. I'm not taking anything against them. Colombia, in my opinion, totally deserved the win. They did a lot of merits to get this win, and I'll be talking about it soon in the video. Argentina opted to start with a lineup of Franco Armani, Sarabia, Pesera, Otamendi, and Tagliafico in defense, a double pivot in Paredes and Guido Rodriguez, Leo Messi in the number 10 position with Di Maria and Giovanni Lo Celso on the other wings, and Sergio Agüero as the number 9. They kind of switched into a 4-4-2. You know, in transition. Sometimes they play the 4-4-2, sometimes they play the 4-2-3-1, while Colombia played with David Ospina in net, Medina, Yerry Mina, Davison Sanchez, and Tecillo in defense, a midfield three of Wilmar Barrios, Uribe, and Cuadrado, and a forward line of Muriel, Falcao, and James Rodriguez. And what can I say? Let's start by talking about Colombia, because in the first half, they were far and superior from Argentina. In every part of the game, they were better. They were playing at a really high level. Their high press was phenomenal. Obviously, I didn't expect this from Colombia the whole game, because they're not a team that's used to performing high press that much. And obviously, they were going to get tired, and if they continued doing the high press for the second half, it would have been bad for them. But definitely in the first half, they showed they were better. They were far ahead better. James Rodriguez, after a difficult year, I think, at Bayern, where he's been good for part of the season, but people have had him in doubt. I think that he showed today that he's still in a good condition. He's still one of the best players in the world, and if he can reach his full potential, definitely one of those players, one of the best players in the world, one of the true elite players in world football. I think Wilmar Barrios, for me, man of the match, even though they gave it to Roger Martinez. But I thought that the likes of Colombia was fine for some parts of the game. I thought that Roger Martinez, when he came on after Luis Muriel got injured, it was unfortunate, but I think that although I'm going to tell you, for a central striker, he played in the wing very well. He had a good season at Copa America. But Wilmar Barrios, for me, was definitely man of the match, performing at a really high level. I thought that in the midfield today, Paredes was, you know, a little bit absent. Like, I thought we needed something else in midfield. We need a lot more ball progression from Paredes. I think that we lacked that. Giovanni Lo Celso, I mean, it's hard to judge a team that's not when he doesn't have the ball and you're building it to kind of have the ball. It's like not working out, because you basically, Argentina in the first half was a team that was trying to have the ball when it could have it, but when it could not have it, trying to sort of counterattack. But the thing is that you were not pressing properly, you were not sitting back properly, so therefore you are in between, and Colombia was just blasting you about. And I thought the likes of Di Maria, I don't know if he got injured, that's why he got substituted at halftime. He didn't have his best game, definitely, but I think Di Maria would have given you something more. I think that Rodrigo de Paul was fine. I think that Guido Pizarro, when he came in, was fine. For Colombia, it was Lerma and Duan Zapata. I truly thought when Jefferson Lerma came in for Juan Cuadrado that it was going to be much defensive from Colombia, seeing as They weren't dominating in the second half. Argentina was, and I thought that that Carlos Queiroz wanted to just sit back in defense, but nothing shorter of what happened. Lerma driving in, putting that cross for Dumas Zapata, fantastic pass for James Rodriguez for Roger Martinez. Really overall good play from Colombia, but let no one fool you that the 2-0 is not. The game wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought Argentina were gonna be absolutely run over the whole game, and realized that Argentina competed well. They didn't win the game; they lost by 2-0, but the conditions in which the goals came wasn't as bad as what I saw in the game. I thought that Argentina played well for some minutes of the game, and they have tough games coming against Paraguay and Qatar, who, let me remind you, are the Asian champions. So it's going to be tough, but I think Argentina can do something if they can play well. Something really comforting is that although Felipe Coutinho scored 2 goals and a really good goal from Everton for Brazil in their opening game against Bolivia, I saw a Brazil that, obviously, I know they were going to suffer without Neymar, but I thought that Brazil in the overall play were not as great as I thought they were. At least they were not as good as they were coming up to the World Cup last year. And I think that I haven't seen anything from Uruguay, but at least from Brazil's point of view, they're not the powerhouse that I thought that they were coming in the tournament. Matias Suarez kicking in for Sergio Aguero. That was a weird change. I mean, Matias Suarez, for one, is not a player that would have brought to the tournament, but I don't think that that's a player you should have substituted, because I know that Lautaro Martinez is lacking experience, but he's a player that I would have chosen because I think he had a good season for Inter. He's been having a good overall games in the friendlies coming up to the tournament, and I thought that against Nicaragua he got some confidence, and I thought that maybe bringing him in was going to change things for Argentina. It wasn't meant to be. They lost. I don't want people judging Lionel Messi for any kind of performance. I thought that he played well, that he did what he could. Again, Argentina, let me remind you, is a team that's playing with no project. Expecting Lionel Messi to just go and do as he pleases, like as if he was going to win you every game on his own. That's not how it works. He needs a team around him. The team didn't play that badly, but he needs much more. Like, this is nowhere close to how Barcelona play. This is not even close to how the Argentina of 2014 played. So they need to work a lot more. And I just think that criticizing Messi for this game for not stepping up. He did everything he could. Most of the players there, I think, did what they could. It's just that Colombia are a team that has been working very well. They have some really interesting players, and they've been working in a similar dynamic for some time right now. Wilmer Barrios again was absolutely world class this game, the best player in the game today. Tagliafico for Argentina was pretty good. I think Rodrigo Paul, when he came in, added something to the game. Lo Celso didn't have his best game as Paredes, but you know, he wasn't too bad. Again, it was more like he wasn't allowed to play well. Sarabia, I think he was a little bit rash in some of the tackles that he performed going forward. I didn't see anything too spectacular, but hopefully maybe when he started the season with Porto, he would get some of the European experience for the coming years to play with Argentina. Center back wise, Pesela and Otamendi, they were fine. I mean, I don't think they're world class center backs, but they were fine. They'll do the job definitely. I think Armani, you are missing a lot with Armani. I think Andrada would have been a better choice. But, you know, I mean, for me, it really should be the number one for starters. Walter Benitez maybe should be in there too. But, you know, Franco Armani, he just doesn't know how to play with the ball. He's just not. It doesn't give me any confidence. He has to go past it. He's always go and kick the ball as far as you can. Like, he doesn't give me any confidence when passing the ball from the back. It's very complicated, and when you have like center backs that are not specifically of that profile, even though Otamendi does play with Pep Guardiola, there's a reason that he hasn't been starting for Pep Guardiola, because he's just not up to that level that he needs for ball moving around the back. And you know, there's a lot of things. I mean, you could do better. It's a shame that they didn't bring Mauro Icardi. It's difficult. I understand why Paulo Dybala didn't play today. They could have used Paulo Dybala. I mean, I insist, if you can use Paulo Dybala as a number 9, I'm sure that he can perform. It's just that if you want to keep using him in the number 10 spot when there's already a better number 10, and just being stubborn and don't play him as a number 9, well, that's up to you. But I think Paulo Dybala as a number 9 would work perfectly fine, or at least as a winger. Well, you need more. Like, Argentina just needs to work a lot more in the dynamic. With all said and done, leave me comments in the comment section below. What do you think about the game? What do you think especially about Argentina? Who do you think is going to win the Copa America? Do you think that Argentina has any chance of going through? Leave me all your comments and opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one, Blaugranes.